They say the human mind can rationalize almost anything, but what I experienced in room 404 still haunts me to this day. I was traveling cross-country for work, just another sales trip. I'd been on the road for 8 hours, tired and bleary-eyed. When I pulled into the first motel, I saw the Hollow Pines Inn. It looked old, but decent enough for one night. I walked into the front office, where an elderly man stood behind the counter, wearing a faded maroon vest and a blank expression. "Just one night," I said, pulling out my card. The man didn't respond. He just reached below the counter, pulled out an old metal key with a red tag, and said, "Room 404. Something about the way he said it made my stomach twist. I glanced around. The motel was a 2-story U-shape with a small courtyard in the center. But as I stepped outside and followed the numbered signs, I realized something strange. There was no room 404. "Just one night," I said, pulling out my card. "Room 401, 402, 403, and 405. I walked back inside. "Hey, I think there's a mistake," I told the man. "There's number 404. He looked up slowly, as if he had been expecting me to say that. "Take the stairs behind the vending machine. Only way up there." Weird, but again, I was tired. I found the vending machine by the corner of the lobby. Behind it was a narrow staircase I hadn't noticed before, unlit and dusty. I climbed up, the old wooden steps creaking beneath my feet. At the top was a short hallway with only one door, room 404. I slid the key into the lock. The door opened with a metallic groan. Inside, the room was off. The wallpaper was peeling, the air stale like no one had been there for years. There was an old TV bolted to the wall, a small bed, and a single window with thick curtains. I tried turning on the lights. Nothing. Power seemed to be out. Still, I was too exhausted to complain. I dropped my bag, kicked off my shoes, and lay down. The silence in that room was unreal. Not even the sound of cars from outside. No wind, no buzzing of lights. Just an eerie, heavy silence. Then, at exactly 3:04 a.m., I woke up. I didn't know why. Just wide awake, heart pounding. Something was wrong. The room was freezing. My breath was visible, like smoke in the dark. Then I heard it, whispering. Not from outside, from inside the room. I sat up, my eyes scanning the darkness. "Hello?" I said aloud, my voice shaky. The whispering stopped. Dead silence. Then the TV flickered on. Snowy static. I hadn't touched the remote. Slowly, an image appeared through the static. A grainy, black and white video of a hotel hallway, my hallway. The camera zoomed in toward the only door. Room 404 then. The door opened on the screen. No one was there, but the camera drifted inside the room, my room. It showed the bed. And me, lying on it. But in the video, I wasn't alone. Standing at the foot of the bed was a tall, pale figure, unmoving, watching me sleep, screamed and scrambled off the bed, knocking over the chair. I turned toward the foot of the bed. No one was there. I ran to the door. It wouldn't open. I twisted the knob, slammed my shoulder against it. Still nothing. Behind me, the whispering started again, louder this time. Angry. The curtains began to ripple, though the windows were closed. The air grew colder. And then the mirror cracked. Right down the middle. My reflection was smiling. IWASN single quotes T. The lights flickered once, and then everything went black. I woke up the next morning on the bed, bathed in daylight. The door was open. My things were packed neatly by the foot of the bed. The mirror, not cracked. The TV, off. Had I imagined it? I stumbled downstairs to the front desk, heart still racing. The old man looked up from his newspaper. "How was your stay?" he asked without a hint of irony. That room is cursed, I said. What the hell is wrong with room 404? His face went blank. Then he said quietly, Sir, this motel has no room 404. I stared at him. But you gave me the key. Room 404 up the stairs, behind the vending machine. He looked at me, confused. There is no staircase behind the vending machine. I ran to check. Sure enough, no stairs. Just a solid wall. The vending machine was gone. I stormed back inside, but the man was gone too. The lobby empty. That was 2 years ago. I've searched online. No records of the Hollow Pines Inn. No room 404. And yet, some nights, I wake up at 3:04 a.m., heart pounding, and I swear, I can still hear the whispering.